Welcome in, baseball fans, and here in New York, interleague baseball on MLB The Show. The Atlanta Braves taking on the New York Yankees. First pitch coming at you right after the break. All right, just about set to go. And starting for the Yankees, the right-hander, Garrett Cole. How about a report on him, Chris?
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
And here it comes. And that one fouled off.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
And a ground ball to first. And foul ball. Here's the 0-2. Now a high fly ball out to left center. And quick out number 1. Here's Brian Snitker's lineup for the Braves. We could be in for a power showcase today with the wind blowing out, a lot of lift and separate, Chris.
Well, we know hitters are in this era definitely trying to hit the ball in the air regardless of the conditions, but I think even a little more so there's margin for error if you can get the ball up in the air. So, you know, you'll see at times, I'm sure, with 2 strikes, what looks like a half swing that can get out of the ballpark with a hitter who's got decent pop.
One out, base is empty. Next offering is in for a strike.
I mean, that's perfect location right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
He's dealing with a great 2-strike hitter right here. The strikeout is not automatic.
One down, base is empty. He fouls it off. We'll do it again. The 1-2. No. Just misses there.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
And another ball.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
And the right-hander deals. Fouled off again. And it remains 3-2. Right-hander kicks, deals. Gets a piece and stays alive. The pitch. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. And the pitch. Got him. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. Here's Austin Riley. First pitch, and he just misses. Two outs, base is empty. Next offering in the dirt, and it's 2-0. And that's in for a strike. Kicks and fires. That one fouled off. 2-2. Righty delivers. Matt Olson waits on deck. Two down, nobody on. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. And the righty deals. The right-hander gives up the 2-out walk.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Matt Olson up to the plate.
Well, lots of pitches thrown in this first inning. It's kind of that nightmare scenario for starting pitching. But you know what? It's still early enough. He can settle in. He can get some length if he just cleans up his mechanics a little bit.
And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. Riley off of first with 2 away. That ball is foul, and the pressure is building. The pitch. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
Back in the Bronx, and now here's the starter for Atlanta, Spencer Strider.
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Bottom of the first, and stepping in for the Yankees, Gleyber Torres. And a pitch. And that's outside. 1-0.
Ball, no strike.
The wind and the pitch.
Yeah.
Top of the zone for a called strike.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
The pitch. Ground ball left side. Riley fires to first. One gone, bottom half of the first. And time now to check out the New York Yankees lineup. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch. You better not miss it.
Puts it in the air out towards left center. 2 up, 2 down. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever if they do at all.
Aaron Judge stands in now and watches strike one. Next pitch is outside.
1 ball, 1 strike.
This guy's got good power. With one swing, he can win it for him. Judge started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first, and Ed Drummond right on it, says he held up. 2-1 on Judge. In the air, right field. Acuna makes the play, and that will end the inning. Scoreless after 1. second inning set to go. And here's the veteran outfielder, Marcell Ozuna. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average. But one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. There's a strike. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
Next offering misses down and away. Wouldn't chase that time.
That's a really good take.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Man at second. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. The pitch. That one inside, and it's 3-2.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. Getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game, and sometimes from at bat to at bat.
Swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at bat like that one. Substitution now at second base. Coming in as the pinch runner, Whit Merrifield. Jorge Soler up at the plate. That's a strike across the top of the zone. Next pitch is downstairs. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Mark Leiter Jr. preparing to come on if needed. Canely, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. Runner edges away at second. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. And a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. High throw to first, and he can't reach it. In there. He's safe.
Well, Boog, it can be tough to get a good grip on the baseball when it's cold outside, and that's definitely the case right now here in the ballpark. Could have been something else, but I definitely know that feeling when your fingertips are numb and you really can't feel the baseball.
Runners at the corners here, 1 away. Sean Murphy next up for the Braves. Just missed.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Runners at the corners, 1 away. Here at the top of the second. Gets the call, and that is strike 1. Woody Keller making the calls behind home for us today.
And Boog, something to keep an eye on is how pitchers utilize the top part of the strike zone. We see a lot more of that in today's game with pitchers going up there with hard stuff. Keller, definitely an umpire that isn't afraid to call strikes up in that part of the strike zone.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
And he deals. And fouled off. Next offering upstairs.
In this situation, he's trying to get you to pop something up or jam you. That's a really good take, knowing you got an opportunity to drive in a run here.
The pitch. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Definitely a strikeout situation right there, and he got it. You do not want him to put the ball in play and want to strand that runner at third. Now all he needs is one more out to get it. Doesn't have to be a strikeout this time since now they're 2 outs.
Here's Orlando Arcia. First pitch misses. Fought off foul. Merrifield on third. Soler at first. 2 out of the inning. Swing and a miss. 1 and 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that just misses.
It's a good take.
2 on, 2 outs. Still 2 and 2 after the foul ball. Just misses with that one.
Well, as a pitcher, when you make a big pitch down around the knees and don't get the call, it'll eat at you out there. So some handle it a little bit better than others. And right here, clearly letting the ump hear it a little bit.
And a 3-2. The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
Well, the stage has been set for this offense, Boog. It's all about creating opportunities, and this is one of them right here.
2 outs, bases full. Now in for the Braves, Michael Harris. This one in the air. Torres settles under this one, squeezes it, and that's the 3rd out. And the Braves will strand 3. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd. No score.
That was an opportunity to do damage. He popped it up instead. Frustrating at bat. He'll be thinking about that one.
Now into the ball game on defense, Whit Merrifield. He takes over as the new first baseman. Back for more from the Bronx. Bottom of the inning, Anthony Rizzo steps to the plate. Man at second, nobody out. Chris, certainly one of the things in his head is trying to get the runner over.
Yeah, the way that we see the game played today, though, guys are not sacrificing as much just to get that runner across. They're really looking at doing damage. Slugging is the name of the game.
That misses the zone. Ball 1. Yeah, I think part of that goes into it's just so hard to come up with hits. In today's game, starters don't go deep, and so hitters are seeing multiple pitchers every night, and that makes it more challenging just to come up with a single. And there's a ball. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Now a move being made at second base. And here's the Yankees pinch runner, Jason Dominguez. He's a potential winning run, so they're hoping he can score on a base hit. And now it's Giancarlo Stanton. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. The winning run on second base. And that is in for a strike. And the count 1-1. Movement in the bullpen. Aaron Bummer getting loose out there. Jimenez getting loose as well. Kicks and deals. Bounce to third. Sizzling on its way to the outfield. Coming home. Throw is offline. This one's over, and the Yankees walk it off.
So exciting to see a team walk it off. Not so much fun if you're on the other side, but what a great way to win. This team is celebrating, and this win is well-deserved.
And a 1-0 final score here in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.